Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another randomised gaming stream. Apologies for the slightly late start. OBS decided to crash on me. I've noticed Open Broadcast Studio is a bit more unstable than the old Open Broadcast software, and a couple people complained about it crashing so regularly. It has an issue for some reason where sometimes it doesn't like the Elgato being active with a video feed before you switch it on, so it's a good idea to actually have it not active and then turn it on afterwards, else otherwise it crashes. Now this does mean it'll probably be a bit unstable, so I'm not going to touch anything on OBS and I will just let it run. So hello and welcome to tonight's randomised gaming stream. In tonight's stream I will be looking at Lemmings on the PlayStation Portable. We have previously covered this, so I will actually... I've got the original levels, so I will actually carry on. Literally, I think the video I covered the stages here, so I'm literally going to carry on from where I left off in the video. Give you a feel for Lemmings, which is a fan. I just felt like, you know, I'd actually quite like to play. Hello, Atomic Haggis, and welcome. I just would actually quite like to play Lemmings tonight. And hi to Nico, our regular viewer as well. I'm just setting this up on my end. I have to put it into Zoom 1, which is the biggest screen I can get. Because sadly, the Elgato does not support, or the Elgato HD Pro doesn't like the PSP mode for this version with 2x upscaling. Maybe if I adjusted the back porch a little. Actually, should I start? So let me guess, guys. Hello there, everyone. Hello. So, do you guys want me to start from the beginning again with fun and just go through it all, or start where I left off from our original gameplay video? They all fall down. So I could just literally go back over these stages if you want to see them. This is, of course, the remake of the original Lemmings with a selection of additional levels. So say now if you want me to carry on. I think our original PSP... to watch Lemmings nicking a bottle of love. Nice. Yes, a very good time. I just felt I'd play it today because I felt I've actually, seeing as I played up to this point, I think in the original video I did, I will actually just carry on. Skip straight to stuff. Yeah. I'll do a mix of stages. So I'll show some of the special stages, and because we've previously done a video for this on the channel, so literally it'll cover the previous stages. And that classic Lemmings music. Oh, the memories. This is actually a very good version of Lemmings. It's just a shame it didn't include Oh No More Lemmings. But yeah, I thought, seeing as this is a bit of a Christmassy theme as well, Lemmings, the concept of the game is always... No, this is not an emulation. This is my actual PSP plugged into a component lead, plugged into an open source scan converter, and then I'm using Open Broadcast Studio to fill the display area, to maximize the display area, because by default the PSP screen on TV is incredibly small. Yes, and if you've got certain versions of the open source Elgato, you can actually open source scan converter, you can actually run it at 2x, and it's got a PSP mode and looks really, really nice. But that doesn't sadly work with the Elgato drivers I've got. Although it does work with the Elgato 60 Plus, which I know Nyko uses. So this is a proper live stream. You might even hear the UMD whirling in the background. Yes, it is indeed a cable fest, is for want of a better word. Not too bad, just got one cable coming from the PSP. I'm lucky enough I've got enough power in it, so... although I did just realise I didn't switch it off earlier and put it into sleep mode, annoyingly. Origins and Lemmings. Yeah, this is via... So the PSP output's via official component cable. Okay, once... Okay, just get a build of it. Yeah, the graphics are really nice. This was also released on PS2, and they released another version, or effectively a sequel, on PS3. But it does hold up really well. It's actually surprising when you start zooming in how good the PSP can look. But you do need the right setup. It's quite surprising T17 did it, because it's actually, they were sort of, I suppose, rivals during the Amiga days of DMA Design, who originally developed this. So you've got some nice 3D visuals and some nice 2D. Largely, they've just taken the original 2D visuals, updated them, and added in some nice 3D background effects with some parallax scrolling, as you can see in the background. So it's all in all a very nice package, this version. I have the 3000 version. So I have the 3000 version. The models of PSP. So you have, so as Nyko said, Nyko's actually done quite a good video on PSP how to capture, but basically I have a 3000 unit. The 1000 unit is best avoided, because that does not have an output to TV. The PSP Go is... So basically there's the 1000, the 2000, the 3000. The 2000 and 3000 both have output to television. Although you do get it in a very small window if you use it, except on PS1 games. Yeah, I got mine back in 2010 or 2011. It was about 80 quid from Blockbuster. It was quite a really good deal at the time. And I actually got the 3000 Ruby Red version, so it's still pretty good. No, I don't want to pause it. I want to... I got a zoom as well, and I want to... So here's the part I have to remember. What... So you got fast forward. You can... increase rate. So we'll get all the lemmings out like you did in the Amiga's version, and then just zoom them along. Yeah, the 1000, the old chunky PSP versions are... Yeah, I've managed to avoid... I largely don't actually take my PSP outside, except when sort of travelling on trains and stuff and cars, to avoid it hitting anything hard. I can't remember if there was a fifth model as well, like a really cheap discounted PSP. It was either that or the Vita. There was like a really cheap version of it. I do love the music. Hopefully the music's not too loud, but you can hear it and it's not... Use a PS3 controller. Yes, the downside with the PSP Go is it doesn't support UMDs. So basically, if you want to get the PSP Go, you're best off packing it with firmware. I shouldn't officially say that, but because so few games are actually released on... I'm not entirely sure though if the Go supports homebrew, but if it does support homebrew, it would be the best version. But it doesn't support UMD, so basically the PSP Go does not support UMDs, and as a result, most video games, most PSP games only got UMD releases. If you go on the if you go on to the PSN store in the UK, you will get a handful of PSP games now. And even now, you can only access the PS3 store thanks to the latest shop update via... You can't access it via the website. You can no longer access it via the PlayStation website. You have to access officially games by the PS3. So there's all the more incentive to... sort of other models. But yeah, so it depends. If you want to play UMDs, you will need another. You'll need a version other than the Go. If you want to go down, how do you say, the digital-only route, and there are a lot of unofficial sites that naughtily have the code software available on them, then yes, you can do it that way via the Go. Don't let your eyes deceive you. Sony no longer sell the PSP, so technically it is, and they haven't updated the firmware in quite a few years now. I managed to dig out my save with the final firmware revision on it the other day, so. I think the Go may have had a slightly better screen as well, but the Go, as said, is digital only. It doesn't have a UMD drive, so if you do decide you want to buy the odd game, even with custom firmware, whereas you can get custom firmware on, say, the 3000 or the 2000. I think the 3000 and 2000 have some slight differences, but I can't really say too much about the 2000. I think Nico knows it better than I do, because I only know the 3. I specifically went out to get a 3000, and that's what I got. I didn't want to touch the PSP Go because I knew just what a train wreck it was. I mean, if they had the games in store, the PSP Go might have been a good alternative, but so many games just weren't available in the PSN store officially. But Lemmings is such a wonderful game. I thought, you know what, I don't mind doing it again. I'm a huge fan of Lemmings from the Amiga days, so... Now, can I go and save every lemming on this one? No, 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 no. Oops. No, don't. The trick is to dig under the... Yeah, that was right. There was a no Wi-Fi version. What PSP games do I recommend for fun? I mean, there's a really good... I mean, depends what genre you're after, really. Okay, I was going to see if I can save the stopper, but I'll just blow him. Because that... I mean, my first PSP games, I got Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. Lyco Roco is very good. Medieval Resuscitation, I quite enjoyed, although the frame rate. We did put a video up on the channel. What I was trying to say... Okay, I'll just do the blow rate. You can... What I was trying to do was dig under him and then dig across to save him, but never mind. We'll save every other lemming. Impossible Mission's pretty good too. Yeah, I actually did a stream on Impossible Mission the other night. You can actually download it on the store, the minis version, which works on PS3 and PS Vita for £3. It's like £3.70 or something, so... I did actually manage to pick up Guru Mini, but I picked it up on PC because it was on sale for £3. That's an action RPG. So you've got all the fighters. I mean, you've got the final. You've got so many Final Fantasy games on it. You've literally got any. There's loads and loads of RPGs. You've got Tekken Dark Resuscitation. You've got one of the Soul Caliburs. You've got there's a Mega Drive collection on it. There's so many games. Don't do anything too hasty. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, there's loads of stuff. There's a... I can't remember how many games... There's an awful lot of games released on the PSP. And if you want to get Japanese stuff, there's tons of great Japanese-only games and plenty of US games as well. So it's definitely one of the better consoles to look out all the import titles as well. There's a huge selection of great titles that released in North America that didn't get power releases, and same with the... Okay, that was a nice easy lemming stage. I mean, you can get stuff like Ace Combat. If you're an Ace Combat fan, there's 2 Ace Combat games. You've got I was tempted to do one of the Ace Combats for tonight's stream, but I decided I wouldn't in the end. But I did something just fun for... You could get games like Gitaru Man, there's Valkyrie Chronicles 2, there's Valkyrie Chronicles 3, although that's Japanese only, the third game. You've got games like White Knight Chronicles, Coded Arms, Echo Shift, Echo Chrome. You've got Ape Escape Portable, Ape Academy 2. You've got games like the Gradius Collection if you're a shmup fan. So there's so many games that got official releases. You've got, I mean, you can download any game that's on the PS Store. You can download any. You can use PS1, play PS1 games on it via the PS1 support. Although technically there aren't many PS1 games released in the European store on official firmware. There are lots of games released in the Japanese and North American PSN stores, however. Although the only downside is you can only have... you can get there's a few Shining Force games, but yeah, we've got just so many PSP games. There's Puzzle Bobble. There's Puzzle Bobbles. There is a huge stack. I mean, there's plenty. It's a very good RPG console for sure. It was like the last RPG bastion. But there's a lot of... You've got a few fighters. You've got Ridge Racer Race. You've got Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer Racing 2 on it. So there's 2. And they're totally new PSP games. And she'll be coming round the mountain. Okay. Just trying to work out now. There's going to be traps in this one, so I need to be very astute. Okay, this is not... No. Oh yeah, because you said you had a PSP as well. I mean, if you still got your games, by all means reuse them or just pick up the games you enjoyed. So restart that stage. That hasn't gone so well. Right, now the aim is to make sure that said guy gets back to here before... Ew, that was unexpected. I might need some rapid building. Hopefully that'll be enough. That's not the best. Level completed, yeah. I've done that a bit more ninja-y. I could have probably saved them all. Ah, that would be Lemmings Revolution you played, Naiko. That wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't as good. Lemmings 3D was an interesting one. They took... Lemmings is one of those games that could have been done in 3D, but I think stuff like the way they do it like this is probably slightly better. I think Lemmings 3D ended up being far too complex and very unwieldy because they did it in the time when like 3D camera angle controls were still very much in their infancy. It's an interesting game to play, Lemmings 3D, but it could have been better. And thanks for the likes on stream, guys. Very much appreciated. Ooh, stoppers and bombers only. Okay. Some lemmings must make the sacrifice in this one. Of course, actual lemmings look quite a bit different to the DMA design. Look. Hi, Cher. Welcome back on stream. We haven't seen you the past few days. Great to have you back. This is one of those cutesy, really nice games, Lemmings, so... So I did always really enjoy it. It's one of those games that... Oh... Uh-oh... Oh well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's restart that. I mean, this PSP remake's really good because it includes all the levels of the original and it has got 20 new levels as well. There were a couple of download levels, but I don't think that no one seems to be able to get them to work apparently, and the official site's no longer available. So it's just sort of broken if you try to go there, so you can't download the files for the stages. You can also make your own levels, so keeps it. Yes, very annoying. It's one of those games that I wasn't a huge fan of when I was very young, but the older I get, the more I appreciate it. Strangely, one of the big changes, as I got older, I appreciated puzzle games a lot more. It was interesting, when I was younger, I didn't appreciate puzzle games as much. It's definitely a genre I appreciate a lot more, because you kind of have a bit more patience, I guess, as you get a bit older. Of course, I should say it is a bit of a myth that lemmings do leap off stuff. And what's it? Yeah, it's amazing how it's like Myst. Myst is one of those puzzle games that when I was younger I could not appreciate for the life of me, and then I played it again. I picked it up cheap in a car boot in Scotland back in 2011, I think I got it. And I just started playing it, and it just clicked with me, and I thought, oh, brilliant. But it was one of those games, the first time I played Myst when I was younger, I thought, I don't understand. And it's one of those games that you realise, it's basically, Myst is like a sightseeing tour game with a hint of really, really intelligent puzzles that you have to be really on the ball to figure out. I really enjoyed Riven as well, although I did think the like 2 puzzles in Riven, because there's only really 2 puzzles in Riven. Stuff like working out the language is really good, but the 2 puzzles I didn't think were that clear in Riven, but they were interesting. Take good care of my lemmings. A lot of these early ones is literally build up to where you need to go, so. Yeah, theme park I still enjoy so much. It was definitely one of those games when you were a bit younger, although I was old enough that when I first played theme park, I kind of got most of it. There were 1 or 2 things I didn't quite get, like you could cheekily up the salt in the chips that would make people buy more and put up the sugar to make them hyper, so you're not supposed to do that, but that was how to run the slightly more cheeky business. Thank you, Cher. Yes. I know, it's just sneezing, nothing, not a cold or anything. Yeah, they are basically hamsters. You eep, 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 eep. I need to make sure I put a block at this end, don't I? There is some new music tracks in this, but I really enjoy the music in this one. So this track here is not in the original for sure. Just got to pitch this build right. I think on the top of here should be good. Most of these early stages are just sort of get the builder in the right place and block off the guys. Yeah, Theme Hospital's a lot more structured. Theme Park, you basically have to figure out how to get Theme Park to work so your part makes profit quite quickly, whereas Theme Hospital gives you like the different infections at a time, so you build it up gradually. Theme Hospital's a much bestly structured game in Theme Park. Theme Park, the way to win Theme Park is basically max out your research. So basically build every ride you can, shop initially, max out your research till you get a new ride. Stop your research, build that in the park, whack up your prices, and just keep doing that. And the other thing was to build massive roller coasters, tube rides, and the Dodgem ride, because they would get everyone happy who went into the park. But one of my gripes with Theme Park is there wasn't actually much, outside of just building a park, there wasn't much continuous content. Although you could start parks in different areas, it didn't really change much. It was one of those games that I think Theme Park, once you'd built one park, you'd built them all, whereas Theme Hospital, I think, felt much more expansive. I need to actually try 2 Point Hospital. I briefly played the demo and really enjoyed that. And 2 Point Hospital now. Should I save this chap or just blow him? Nice. Yeah, you could speed up the rides, because you could also they would wear out quicker if you did, but that was always a good way to make them happier. Yeah, put the price down as well and everyone would be happy, because you'd get a park full of people who often would complain and moan. Although it was always quite funny if you let the hoodlums turn up in Theme Park who would vandalise your park and wreak havoc. I'm just tempted to let the music play out here. It's a really nice soundtrack, actually, this version. That and the fact I'm just going to have a quick swig of tea. Basically, 2 Point Hospital is yeah, it's basically a new Theme Hospital game. I don't know if any of the original developers are involved, but basically it's developed by people who clearly loved Theme Hospital. I did play a demo of 2 Point Hospital and I really, really enjoyed it, so it gets my recommendations from the demo alone. And there's now a consortium of upgrades on it, so it's certainly well worth... if you liked Theme Park, I highly recommend Theme Hospital. It's normally on sale as well. I think it's on sale at the Christmas sale, so... I have been eyeing up one of the other Gundam. Since we did the Fight Night stream, I have been checking out the other Gundam Extreme Versus. We also did have Gundam Verse, which I didn't mention in that stream, which is the newest of the classic Verse games, although the differences between them are very minor. I think the Extreme games have a cel-shaded look and some slightly more newer robots, whereas the Verse series, I mean, they use almost all the same mechanics, but yeah, the Verse, I was playing Gundam Verse, which is really good. I don't know if it's actually possible to save every lemming on every level, but there are a lot of levels you can literally save them. Yeah, I highly recommend 2 Point Hospital if you want to, because you do YouTube as well. I have seen your channel share, so... Oh, we've got... Let's get a builder out pretty quick. Okay, this is one of these. Got to hope he gets enough of a head start so that we don't have issues with the other guys. Oh, they won't be able to go up that stair, I don't think. Let me just check. Eek, 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 eek. He's going to have to be a stopper. Farewell, poor lemming. Alas, global. Right, I'm going to have to stop one on... Okay, can I get the two of them building? They should. Okay, let's get the. Okay. So that's one trick to get to try and save them all. Yeah. I can't say I've played Roblox. What's it like, Share? Is it like a building game? But yeah, 2 Point Hospital is a solid game. I think there's quite a few videos of it, but it's certainly if a game you enjoy. I do recommend if you want to do a YouTube channel, do games you enjoy. I'm someone who actually just enjoys playing everything, so I enjoy just playing. As you see, that's why we have such a big range of games on it. There are a few games I'm not so keen a fan of. Stuff like Minecraft I'm not actually a huge fan of, but it is still... Minecraft's a really nice game. The only thing I don't like about Minecraft is the music. But Minecraft is one of the sort of games I describe as the modern day. Kind of a bit like Lemmings in some regards. It's that sort of game you used to make you think as a kid and create your and sort of mess around in. It's like Lego Art, so it's a bit like Minecraft. I guess Minecraft as well. Lego, yes. I do still have quite a few Lego kits, despite my age. Some of them from childhood I probably should have got rid of, but some things you keep. You don't like Minecraft? I never liked the music for Minecraft. I found the music... The music for Minecraft drives me up the wall. Because it's not very happy cheery. It's pretty bland and just not very cheery. So there's another stage cleared in Lemmings. You live and lem. Ah, you live and lem. Yes, a little Bond reference there. Oh, we've got dinosaurs. It's 4 to 99, yeah. Oh, you run a Minecraft servant. Atomic Haggis. Nice, Hag. Dare I say, Atomic Haggis, are you actually from Scotland? Because I did used to actually live up in Edinburgh, so for a year. Really lovely city. Really lovely city. The Scots are always really lovely, well, very friendly people, unlike some of my fellow English cohorts. You live and lem. Okay, this is going to be quite an easy one. Oh, booby trap, booby trap. So okay, so I've never actually had haggis myself, though. It's one of the things I didn't get to try up in Scotland, so... I'm going to fast forward, but that actually cuts out the music when you do that. The music is really, really good in this version. I could actually stream a PSP game I worked on, but I have a horrible feeling I don't have a copy of Split Second on PSP. I have Pirates of the Caribbean. No, I don't have Pirates either, but I hated the PSP version of Pirates. I think there's normally a few places in England that sell haggis, so... Right, is that good enough? Am I not going to trigger that trap, or is that poor lemming going to get munched? The moment of truth! Go forth, Sir Lemming. Now, what the trick to do if I wanted to save this guy would be to dig underneath him and then... Now, I've actually got hope when he blows, he doesn't create an unclimbable path. Yeah, I think most of us, bar Nico, are from the UK on this stream by the sound of it. You can probably tell from my accent as well. I do like that. I do like some of the new graphics they've done in this version. It's really... I do really like the music. It's nice to, I'm just actually listening to it. I should really make these guys go a bit quicker. I'm using these speed up moments of a swig of tea. I mean, largely they've just taken, for quite a few of these levels, they've just literally taken the original version, spruced up the graphics a lot so they look a lot nicer. With slightly noticeable English accent, yeah. I have the vague I have a slightly odd English accent because it's sort of a weird... I have a sort of hint of London accent, but not much. So I have a slight London accent, but it's very, very faint. Two main items missing. Who'd the dip for it? How come... Ouch! I'm sorry to... Sounds like shit as an experience with KFC. Yeah, I'm not a fan of KFC. For those who don't know, KFC is Kentucky Fried Chicken and is a takeaway joint. It's American with the Colonel, in case anyone was wondering. Yeah, I think it should be quite easy to understand because it's sort of I've got a London accent. I've not got a sort of a head
Inverness, Glasgow. You've got a bit of a mix there in Edinburgh and Glasgow accent. Yeah, I must be. I didn't get to Glasgow when I was up in Scotland, but I did visit Edinburgh, and that is a. Ironically, Edinburgh is technically the home of Lemmings, seeing as we're chatting, as that was DMA Design's base of operations. Technically, DMA Design kind of still exists as Rockstar, but not quite. I think they bought up the assets of DMA or something, so it's not quite. DMA Design isn't technically still around anymore. Some people say it is Rockstar, but it's not quite, because Rockstar was led by the Hauser brothers, and they were mainly Take-Two. Yeah, not surprising food places closing up early in the current world situation, which I'm not going to mention on stream. I'm just going to pause this one, have a quick look. Rockstar North, yes. Well, Rockstar North's the main Rockstar, so I've got subdivisions. Yeah, I mean, Rockstar have put out some very good names. I actually know a lot more about Rockstar's history than I'm going to say on stream, because I've had friends that have worked there and at Take-Two, so I know some interesting stories about Rockstar. But of late, can't say I've been too impressed with some of their work environment stuff. Okay, this is going to be another. Yeah, I'll be honest. I have mispronounced people's names on stream, so. But it's kind of a bit weird because you're starting to quickly check people's names and think, If I was going to pronounce yours correctly, Cher, I would say it's Sherry Porter. I mean, Porter's easy. It's Sherry, which I probably mispronounced. You don't want to put a Z there, though. That's for sure. Wish Rockstar would do a sequel to Bully. Yeah, I don't know how well Bully sold, and technically it was kind of a little bit controversial subject matter. I think they might actually have issues trying to do a sequel to Bully now, because they've tightened up the laws on depicting kids in video games, so there are a few games from sort of older eras that would actually be quite difficult to do now due to legislation changes. So yeah, you said just call you Cher, so I had to just call you Cher. Yeah, a few lemmings are going the wrong way. That's okay, because I've got a blocker at the back, so they won't be falling off the cliff just yet. Right. I'm just trying to work out if I want to do a ladder up. Dig across and then another ladder up. I think I might have to, because I don't think I've got the room to do it otherwise. Okay, here's the part I find out if I mistimed my building. Yeah, as long as the height's okay. Fall. Yeah, we're good. The height's okay. To fall without dying. Yeah. The umbrellas, so they can, yeah, basically fall as Atomic Haggis said. You can fall. They can fall a certain way without the umbrella and be fine. But once they get to a certain height, then they need the umbrella. So I should explain actually just the perks for anyone who's watching this who doesn't know. This one here is climb, so you can any lemming will be given the climbing ability. You can climb over objects. This one here allows them to fall any height. This one here causes a detonation, so they blow up. This one's a stopper, which you see there, he's stopping. This one's of course a builder. This one is a chugger or a horizontal digger. This one's a shoveler who goes straight down. And this one is a miner who goes diagonal. So basically... I should say, we'll also, for anyone who wants to know, we have a video of Street Fighter Alpha 3 out on the channel tomorrow. I've been doing a new shiny version of it. So originally I did one I did a playthrough back in 2014. But I've done a new playthrough now, which is all shiny and full screen as well. And it also deals with the aspect ratio. So one thing we did learn when me and Nico were looking at one of the streams is he was saying about the default video aspect. We have learned the default PSP aspect output by the TV consoles is actually incorrect. Even if you stretch it and crop it, it's not quite right. You have to actually stretch it fully to widescreen. For some reason, the PSP can't actually output correctly the resolution it's supposed to be doing. Although I think it is just be great for the fact it can output to a TV, and then thankfully software like OBS allows you to fix that issue. So I've lost that. Lemming feeling is the next stage. Okay, so we're at Fun 2330. This is a double exit one. You get a couple of them with double exits. I can't remember if one of them actually had hidden exits. There were a few things different about this one. So the Shadow of the Beast stages, I think, were included, but are missing the... Yeah, I've done that a few times in the past. Forgot to record. Very rarely, though, because of how I do it. So... I've had it's more like a few times I've done practice runs, and then I've done such a good practice run, I was like, oh, I should have recorded that. Because from my experience, whenever you do a practice run, the run after is... if you get a really good practice run, the run after will never be as good, even though you know the game. So we actually have two exits in this one, so I've got to decide which one I want to go for. I just put in a bag. Yeah, you get a few of these sort of demonic levels. They have slightly... you'll notice the ball gates are missing. They have slightly... There's actually like a Lemmings website I found that literally listed all the censorships to all the various versions of Lemmings. Now, is he going to chug through that? Do I need to put a blocker? Yes, I am going to need a blocker. I need a blocker at a set bit. Ow!
I've got a slight problem here. I need to keep this. I think I'm going to restart that one. That's a bit of a foul up. The scrolling beat 'em up ruler, I quite like that actually. I think it's quite a solid game. The Zing one on Sega Saturn, it was originally an arcade. I think it's a Taito arcade game. I think I will build up this time. I'm trying to build up the pathway here as I made a bit of another slight tactical error. I've got 12 left. Nearly, not quite. I think something like they always place the first block in if they hit their head. Yeah. Yeah, the music in this is really, really good. I'll just turn it up a bit, share if you can hear, if you want to hear it a bit more. There, I get a quick swig of tea while I'm doing that, so you can watch me do this level, and I'll be a bit quiet. But yeah, the background music in this version of Lemmings really is a really good update. I do miss a few of the classic tunes, but it's a very good update on the soundtrack. I've actually just hit the hour mark in the stream as well, despite the fact there's slight technical issues when we began, but or more specifically OBS crashing on me the first time I tried to capture from it. Oh, perfect. I just fluked that a bit. The slight danger I've got is the blocker there. Okay, I might be able to slightly save that block if I get this quite right. So I've got another chugger and then 2 chuggers and then we're done. Ow! I've lost that lemming feeling. Okay, that was a monumental failure. Okay, let's go really high this time. So many squeals, yes. Alas, poor lemmings, I knew ye well. Oh. Okay, we've still got enough lemmings. We've still got enough despite that initial hiccup. Yeah, some of the later stages in Lemmings get incredibly difficult with lots and lots of ways to go for it to go horribly wrong. So this one, oh, right, as long as the drop from this bit, actually I'll check chain. I'm actually going to turn this guy into a miner just so I'm hopeful that shouldn't give me a fatal drop. Okay, not a perfect run, but that'll be good enough. But yes, what you're seeing here is the actual PSP via official, I think, I'm not entirely sure that mine official composite leads, but via composite leads into an open source scan converter that's only doing, it's just its very basic thing, just basic pass through because there's no times 2, but it just, the OSC by default does quite a bit of picture cleaning, so. It's also just an easy way for it to be compatible with the getting it into the capture feed, and then it's just I'm using open broad. I'm basically taking the Elgato picture that's basically using open broadcast signal that basically the OSC is going into my Elgato Capture HD Pro, and then from that I'm not actually using the Elgato software. I'm using Open Broadcast Studio, and that's just stretching the picture to the full screen and ratio. And it gives you the end result's actually a very nice picture. It would look nicer if it was X2, but never mind. Konbanwan Lemming-san. Is that trying to be a Japanese name? Konbanwan? Not entirely sure that's Japanese, but maybe it is. The san would indicate. Okay, I need to actually have a quick think about this one. So, they all get chugged out right at the start. This wall here needs to be built over. Those arrows indicate I can't build over it. So, I basically need to... So basically it's a case of builders and blockers. Now, the question is, can I get the second one? Nearly, not quite. Actually, I'll give him the... he can float down. So there we go, Geronimo. Okay, did anyone see what happened to the other lemming? He should in theory have got home by now. I have a sneaking suspicion there was something untoward somewhere. I think there's traps on. I think that was a trap. Come on, lads, build, build, build quickly. Yes, that should. Got a trap there as well. It was definitely one of those games as a kid you'd play for just hours on end trying to figure everything out. But some of the puzzles in Oh No More Lemmings got incredibly hard. It's a shame Oh No More Lemmings, the last actual release, I think was the PS1 version. Lemmings everywhere. I do like these leveled names. I think most of them, yeah, they did get loads of jokey names in the original. I'm just trying to rack my memory of the original version of Lemmings. We've got a 3D background stage. Ah, here we go with some classic music again. It's been a while since we've had a classic theme. Some of the classic themes are missing, which is a bit disappointing. It'd be nice if there'd been a total mix. No, I'm just going to brave it and see what happens. So horrible thing, are those ones about to go back, about to have an unpleasant flight? Yes, they are. Oh dear. Oh, they can all walk up the... That was why. Okay. Yes, so rather than let my lemmings all, let's try this again. I'm going to try doing the old dig through tactic. Okay, plan B went wrong as well. Just aim for getting the second one. Yep, that's all I need to do to win this one. Just a champ here. Cut a path through so that way we can... That shouldn't be a deadly fall. Right. That's a bit of a bug. You shouldn't be going up there. Okay, we should be good to go now, ladies and gentlemen. If I've one gripe with Sony, because Sony now own the Lemmings franchise, and I think they haven't been particularly very good with it. This version should have had a PS4 update with all the PS3 levels chucked in. They should have had the PS Vita version, should have got a PS4 one. They should have probably done a pack of probably an updated version of this and Oh No. So, because it is such a great game, it should be an evergreen seller. But Sony have been quite bad at not really treating the Lemmings very well and advertising the game. I mean, this is a solid version of the game. It's very good. Nightmare on Lem Street. There are a few stages with secret exits, as I recall, as well. Ah, you only get 2 lemmings on that one. Nightmare on Lem Street. Right, let me... Yeah, I should do more arcade playthroughs. They're easy enough to do on the channel. There's a great channel called... it's like M. Claire. It's a slightly odd name, but the guy does actual arcade hardware playthroughs, which is really good to see. So I need to get 2 lemmings to the exit. This has got quite a somber music tune as well. Okay, that should be that one. That's actually not as hard. This one's one of those ones that it looks a lot harder than it is. So failing some deadly booby trap, that's one there, which we don't want to let our lemmings. That fall should... Actually, I'll just... Yeah, that fall's good. Superb, you rescued every lemming on that level. Can you do it again? Yeah, that wasn't so hard. We actually needed to save every lemming, so... Let's be careful out there. Some quite funny, very funny names. Some relate to what you got to do in the level and some are just for fun. Clearly whoever did Lemmings had a great sense of humour. I believe all the names have been carried over directly from the original, although there might be one or two changes. Certainly, I don't think Shadow of the Beast. Hi, Aber Essing, hey boy, thanks for joining the stream as always. Glad to see you back. We are looking at Lemmings on the PlayStation Portable. Actually, I should do while I'm doing here. This version of Lemmings was released in 2006. It was developed by Team 17 and it was published by Sony Computer Entertainment. And it is also available on PlayStation 2 and it is available in the PS Store digitally. Although, as I've mentioned before, now the PSP Store basically is only available basically for PS Vita and PS3. You can only access that store now via PS3 and PS Vita, which is a bit of a nightmare, I have to admit. Okay, this is one on me. I have... this is one where you've got to go the long way round, isn't it? So in the original game, I don't think they used to have the umbrellas actually appeared on them, which is a subtle touch. So I'm actually going to save as many of these chaps as I can via the umbrella. Now I have a... I want to actually turn one of these chaps around. Oh well, let's hope we only need... Okay, so oops. Okay, let's do something. Try and salvage this, so, Oh, so I need blockers everywhere in this one. Well, there's still a nut, so... Okay, let's do this one properly. So, yes, Lemmings is an absolute genius game. It's just, I mean, we've covered this version actually on the channel before, but I just thought, you know what, I fancy covering it for a change. So I'm gonna put. Okay, that guy's a lost cause, unfortunately. And I may have done that a tad too quickly. But it's just such a wonderful game. I just thought, yeah, I wouldn't mind to go on Lemmings tonight, so. Okay, slightly unorthodox strategy, but that looks like it's going to work. And it was brilliantly executed. The original Lemmings is such a superb game, and kudos to the original developers. Much appreciate the likes, guys. Always great to get some likes on stream. Thank you very much. This version's actually got some really nice music. It's got some of the classic tunes, not all of them though. I wish it had slightly option for the music, but it's a nice de facto version. It is available now, the PSP version. It was also available, as said, on PS2. They did a version on PS3, which I might cover in the near future, but the PS3 version is actually effectively a whole new Lemmings game. So it's actually, although it's just called, so basically the PSP, the PS2 and the PS3 version are just called Lemmings, and the PSP and the PS2 versions are a remake of the original Lemmings. The PS3 version, although it's called Lemmings, is actually a whole new Lemmings version. Yeah, I must admit, I can't recall if I don't think I've ever finished a Lemmings game. I've got pretty close. We got pretty close to Oh No. Oh, we did Lemmings 2 the tries, but we didn't quite save every Lemmings, so then you have to go through and rescue it all. Because Lemmings was quite, when Lemmings, as I said earlier, was one of those games that I appreciate more as I got older. When I was younger, I enjoyed it and it was quite nice, but it wasn't quite. It's one of those games that I appreciate a lot more when you get older, so I didn't like it as much. I much more preferred sort of action-y games when I was younger. Yeah, I agree very much. 3D Lemmings is very fiddly 8-bit SNK, boy. It was... I think you could have done a good version in 3D, but it wasn't 3D Lemmings. But I think this is definitely a game that plays much better in... Okay, this is actually quite a tough one. I've got to build up. I'm tempted to restart actually, but I've still got enough lemmings to win. So that lemming is next to useless. This guy's going to have to become a blocker. I mean, Lemmings to the... I still think to this day the original Lemmings and Lemmings... Oh No More Lemmings are probably the best of the two. I think... So, Lemmings to the Tribes, I think it was decent, but I think some of the abilities got a bit silly, and some of the stages, how you finished them, was a bit too obtuse. All New World of Lemmings is a bit of a huge... Now I've got to hope that that's going the right way. Is he going the right... Yes, he is going the right way, that build-up. What I'm trying to do is get one of the last ones building, so... Humbugs. So, All New World of Lemmings, which was actually released on the... he's not far enough along the platform. That's... Literally going to have to hope I can get this guy round one of these guys. This is where it gets a bit piggledy. Tape's going the right way. Oh... Wait, did... Oh, yes, what a stroke of luck. Ooh, he might not be going quite right. Did that... I think the stoppers turned them around. That didn't happen in the original. I'm sure the builders, they would stop if they hit a stopper originally. Okay. Oh, yes, perfect timing. I think we're good. Thanks 8-bit SNK, but I think we're good. So I've got 85 of 60. That's the last chap out. The rest are going to have to... We've nuked them. Hurry up. Oh, is there a 20-second timer? Ooh. Oh, is he just going to get in? Yep, he's going to squeeze in. Yeah, you don't need to nuke them in this one when you to finish a stage, which was the trait of the original. I'm guessing they seem to have removed, perhaps because of Sony's
historical because of Sony's Japanese base operations. It was felt they didn't want to use the nuclear signs for obvious historical reasons. I know it is actually banned in some of the games, like Fallout had to remove it for the Japanese release of some of the atomic plots. Laura Lemmings. Oh, that's so that's what a lot of lemmings. Oh, what a lot. That's a reference. That's what a lot of laughs. That's a reference to what a lot of laughs, which was a Cilla Black catchphrase, I believe. Who was, I should say, an English presenter, well-known English presenter and singer during the sort of 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Yeah, there are a lot of arcade games. It always annoys me when you see that are clearly just coin munchers. But it annoys me because even we get occasionally people like, oh, this is not like a one credit clear. This channel did like a flawless no damage on this game, and I'm like, yeah, you try and do flawless no damage on this game without A, spending months and practicing, or B, using save states. Because even speedrunners, if you actually watch a lot of speedrunners, they make mistakes and they still take damage and things. And whenever I see people doing like flawless no damage, half the time, you know, unless you're either a ninja spent years practicing a game, but in quite a few of the arcade games, you literally have to basically save state. Right. Okay, I need to build up quickly and... Oh, have I made a mistake? Yes, I have done. Okay, let's try that again. When things go wrong right at the start, it's just to reset. I don't mind it as a scrolling beat 'em up. It wouldn't say it's my top. It wouldn't say it's the best scrolling beat 'em up ever, but it was nice enough. I enjoyed it when I played it a few years back. I think once I finished it, the Saturn's version has some nice extras, but it's not. It's certainly not an all-time great game, that I will say. Flummox. Oh yeah, I've made a bit of flummox. I'm going to have to restart and have a think about this one. Yeah, I don't know if you played All New World of Lemmings, which was the last one on the Amiga. That was an absolute car crash of a game. They actually changed how Lemmings controlled in that one, and that was that's borderline unplayable. In All New World of Lemmings, it was an absolute car crash. Lemmings Revolution, which Nyko was the one he was referring to, the Cylinder Towers, that's okay. 3D Lemmings was an interesting attempt at doing 3D, but it failed spectacularly. They did it in early days of 3D, so it was
it was just overly complex and way too difficult. So, I think I need to build up from there. About there to get to there. Then I need to hit the cross there, and then I'm going to need to build up to there. Yeah, this one. This is why I got 30 builders on this one. This one probably should be named Build, Build, Build. All New World of Lemmings is one of those games that it has to be played to believe how bad it is. They just screwed it up spectacularly. You wouldn't think... I suppose it was like tied into some sort of TV show or something. It's an interesting one because so few people have heard of it. But when you play it, you just think, what on earth were they thinking? The one on PS Vita has an interesting Super Lemmings tactic that I've not actually played. We don't yet have a Vita here at Randomised Gaming, so no one's actually got one because the Vita, well, was, how do you say politely, the Vita was a bit of a flop. Yeah, it's worth watching to believe it because All New World of Lemmings is basically they screwed up the control scheme spectacularly. It just controls terribly. I should actually use the zoom function a bit more. See, the Lemmings you zoom in just still looks really nice. I assume Haggis has gone to enjoy his KFC. Haven't heard from him in a while. I assume Cher's lurking, hopefully. Unless it's getting a bit late here in the UK, so... So a little hint on the gameplay, your lemming will always, if you click the builder, even if they hit their wall, will always place one block, which is a classic trick. So... I have 16 builders. I'm going to have to dig my way out of this. Got 5 minutes as well to dig. So he's going to hit that block. That should be a hard block. He should turn around. Yeah. So when he does turn around...
Don't worry, Nico. It happens whenever you're recording. I've had it myself where I've lost my a better run. Oh, I can't believe this. That's... I've got 3 minutes to salvage this. Okay, so that's... Also, Lemmings Resolutions is actually quite an obscure one, because that was an obscure PC release. There are... So, I'm just trying to think... I'm not actually sure I know every Lemmings game. There's the PS3 Lemmings, which is a unique game, and there's a PS Vita one, which is a unique game. I do actually need to get the long play up for Knights of Valor because we haven't finished our long play of it yet. I'm seeing is that no one has got a Chapter 7 playthrough and no one will be now. I need to get it up pre-ASAP just in case we get any drive failure issues, and the last thing I'll do is lose the footage. So I will do that in the next week actually, even if that means I lose a lot of downtime. Lock up your lemmings! The last mission in fun. Can this really... Oh, I see. Can this be that easy? Actually, I want to say to them, oh, this is a really easy stage if you're quick. So literally, just get... Okay, restart. It even keeps the music running in the background when you restart, so... Ah, I've done it again! I thought, well... Yeah, next time maybe I should just have stuck with that run. Okay, that's that done. I think this has... Yeah, you get an overview at the start. It'd be nice if you could have a overview. Maybe there's a button for it. Just get the increased rate out, just to get all the lemmings out. And there we go. So that was all the fun levels.
So combined with our video, that's actually, yeah, so combined with our previous videos, that's every level in fun. Admittedly, fun are the easier levels. Things get more taxing and trickier as they go on. No, pun intended. Seems to recall, I think. Oh, we get an added intro. Fortunately, I don't think that intro is going to change for beating it without losing a lemming. In Lemmings 2 The Tribes, you had to finish the game without losing a lemming, so a lot of the tactics that you used initially didn't work if you wanted to save every lemming. And Lemmings 2 The Tribes got very irritating, some of the ways you had to do it. Some of the stuff with the Olympic stuff, with like the pole voting, it just got really infuriating. A ladder would be handy. Okay, let's give this one to us. This was up to I think this one was actually quite a darn tricky one. Oh, should have given him the... Let's restart. I don't know if it actually keeps the music without interruptions, so... Now, is this one going to be this simple? Okay, I'm going to need to warden this area off because that's going to get too high very shortly. So basically I'm going to wait till the last lemming gets in and then I will literally have him as the final builder. I'm not going to adjust the pace. And basically I'll blow that blocker up at the bottom later, unfortunately. That's the way the cookie crumbles, sadly. Admittedly, I could have probably done if I'd built a secondary ladder, I could have literally had one ladder build up ahead. So that way the lemmings would have gone to the secondary ladder. Ooh, no, don't run out, buddy. Are we good? We are good indeed. Pains me to have to let lemmings go. Well, good luck, Nico. I should cover a lot more arcade games. I might do a few more in the Christmas period, seeing as I want to get some quick and easy videos out. While I will be so the Christmas period, I was debating how much streaming I'll do in December. I will be taking probably a couple of weeks off over the Christmas period, so there will be there's secondly after New Year, especially I might stream up to New Year's Day, and then I'll take a few weeks off, and I'll decide if I want to continue streaming in 2021. But I will take a couple of weeks off. Yeah, it's nothing worse than RNG in an arcade game. Sometimes you just got to accept the fact you won't get perfect runs. Here's one I prepared earlier. And that's a reference to old TV show, BBC UK TV show called Blue Peter, where they used to go, and here's one I prepared earlier with some sort of homemade something or a toy or whatever. Usually what they do with the cooking shows as well. Here's one I prepared earlier. You can I believe this has its own edit. It says it's got the ability to edit its own levels as well. So this version has a lot of replayability. Yay, yay, yay! Need lots of builders. Right, so this one here, these arrow blocks, you cannot smash through them. Unless you're a climber. I might actually have a second climber. Okay, so this one I can't build up super high. I'm going to have to land. Oh dear. That was an unfortunate side effect. I should have just sent. Yeah, I know that those one-way blocks. I wasn't gonna. I'm not digging through at the minute because I want to wait till. What I'm actually gonna do is so I still got. Yeah, you can only dig one way. I want to get one guy coming in. I basically want two guys. One to go up and do the bridge building. One once I climb him up. Dig through there, and then dig through the little thing, and then they use the bridging. So this one that's okay. I should actually try and get some more two-player runs with me and Dragoon for a lot of games, actually, but Dragoon isn't always available. Okay, so there he goes. Is that going to be enough? Find out. Leap of faith. Yes, that's good. Okay, so mission complete. So what I'm going to do now is have one of the guys climb up and around. I've got 6 minutes to do that. And I'm going to have him smash through here, dig through here, because basically these are one-way dig blocks, so they can only be dug through the way the arrow is pointing. You cannot dig against them. Just tired now. Yeah, it happens. I've had a few times where playthroughs haven't gone my way. Outrunners. So you know we did the Outrunners play video. I was trying to do a playthrough. I still need to do it of the original mode, but for some reason I kept failing spectacularly. So in the thingy run when I did it flawlessly. For when in our live stream I did it flawlessly, and then when I've been trying to do it since, it's just not gone to plan. There's not really much I can do for this chap. Because he's a climber, so... So we've got 4 minutes and we'll do that easily. Also, if you're tired, give it a break. Trust me, doing it on a fresh head, in terms of just fresh thinking head, much better. I do it myself. If you're tired, you just don't perform as well, especially if you're slightly... I mean, sometimes you'll get through to it if you do it enough, but it's sometimes best just to... just take out for a day and then... refresh. I should get a lot more log plays on the channel next year myself, but I've just not had the time with doing the streams and the other bits. I want to do a lot more interesting videos as well on the channel. Yeah, have a... or just take one of the weaker runs. You saved 97 and you needed 20. Careless clicking costs lives. Okie dokie. Right. That's actually the 2-hour map. And she'll be coming round the mountain again. So, careless clicking costs lives. Okay, this is another dig and build one. A lot of build ones in this, actually. I haven't had too many dig ones at present. Coming round the mountain when she comes. Ow! Dun, 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 dun. I've no idea to what this song's basis, why this song was actually recorded, because it's one of the sort of historical songs. Okay, yeah, I slightly messed up the start of this one. Probably just get a blocker. Dingbat. Okay. This stage is actually going to be a bit... Is that going to work? Is that going to work? Is that going to work? Yes, it is. You've got to make sure he gets a foothold in the... I think this is going to be just straight dig and build. Oh no, is that 8-bit SNK boy? Thanks for all the likes, guys. We've got quite a lot of likes today, so very much appreciated. Lemmings, more lemmings. We just literally this is an extent. I should actually probably link to this stream in the other video. It's just an extension of the. She'll be riding, do 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 do. It's a Western song. She'll be riding, do do. But I cannot remember the words for the life of me, other than that she'll be coming around the mountain and she'll be riding. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Perfect. Better just check that. Are they all out? No, they're not actually all out yet. Ooh, I could try and save this guy actually. Let's see if I can do. So I'll get the tactic to save them is to get the dig. And then I need to... Okay, stop this guy. Oh, you need to go straight, mate. Yep, saved him. So what you need to do to save the blockers or to unblock blockers is to dig underneath them diagonally or horizontally, and then that way if they fall down they will lose their blocker stance. I think in some games if you clicked on a blocker they would actually... Yeah, that's sometimes the best way I've done that. We just look at which ones you've lost the least credits on. Hell, some of our arcade playthroughs we lose loads of credits because a lot of those games you'll have to spend months trying to get them flawlessly. The other thing is quite a few of them are not designed to be one credit cleared, and the long play channel, World of Long Plays, only use save state. So all their I know a couple of the guys. I know one of the guys that works on it. I mean, it's nice that they do the video plays, but I just don't like the fact they're all emulated and they're all using save state. So you create a false playthrough in effect because it's not a genuine one because you're using save states to be able to finish it. And anyone can finish a game without dying or taking damage if you're using save states. Whereas when it comes to playing on a real console, you've actually got to use your skill. Hence why I actually have a lot of respect for the guys that speedrun games, because they do take months to practice the games to the nth degrees. Lemonology, haha. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to actually do a playthrough of Blazing Tornadoes, doing flawlessly. I think so far I've taken about 9, 11, 12 runs and I've still haven't been able to do it as one of the characters. The only time I would consider save states and stuff is if the game is so broken, so some of the Amiga games that are just so brutal, then I would consider using them. But as we don't use saves... and a few of the arcade games that just mercilessly. But as we don't use emulators for most of the time, except in case of arcades where they just weren't ever commercially released to the public, save states is not normally an option for us unless we're using some of the retro collections like a Rare Replay and stuff that include them. Although it's actually quite hard to, in a lot of cases, it's actually quite hard to edit out save states to create flawless runs, because often you'll see the jumps where the save states are. I think only certain emulators do it like flawlessly with rewind functionality. Let's have a quick look at this stage. Whereas this, I've been using my brain power alone and my PSP pad. Oh, yeah, rubber banding. Oh, Mario Kart. That's the one time I would seriously consider using save states. Because it's just half the time when the AI cheats like mad, it's just not fun. Because we actually have 4 lemmings. I could make them all climbers, actually. Yeah, World of Long Plays is really weird. They don't even allow a video... when I originally saw, they didn't even allow original video captures, which is just madness. Yeah, the rubber banding in Mario Kart. So the rubber banding in the original Mario Kart isn't that bad, because it was actually possible to lap opponents. There was some real skill, and you could really get far ahead with the right tactics. But yeah, you're totally right, SNK. The rubber banding in the 64 version was just absolutely horrible, and I absolutely loathed the 64 version as a result. Banding, yes, rubber banding. You must have misheard me. I said rubber banding. This is actually quite an easy one. I was expecting a tougher time. This is why there's so few PS2 games. Yeah. Yeah, because the PS2 emulators are still a bit dicey. Okay, here's the part I've got to be a bit careful. We've got to make sure I... Oh, I've given them paracells. No. Actually, you've given paracells. This is really weird. They only accept original resolutions because they'll just look terrible. And effectively, so one of the arguments for actually using is that your video is in an archived state. If you're using an emulator in like a really low resolution, then arguably you're not in an archivable state. So therefore your videos aren't qualifying as archivable. PS2 games on the stream, you know, I could do that. The PS2 is sitting next to the PS3 at the minute. Yes, why not? I haven't actually done any. The other problem is because they're using like 360p, YouTube's bitrate for 360, 480, 720 and 1080p is terrible. You need to do 1440p or 4K Otherwise, you just get a blurry mess, especially on really fast action games. You literally, even in the small window version, you literally get a blurry mess. In fact, for 1080p games alone, you shouldn't be capturing at anything less than about 26,000 megabits a second, ideally. Been there, seen it, done it. Yeah, 1080p is okay at small screen. If you blow it up to full screen, games that have particle effects, blur. So stuff like Warframe, when the... Yeah, 720p, it just looks terrible on YouTube. Hence why we do all our videos, except for these streams, at 4K, just so they're actually in good enough quality. They will be archivable and usable many years down the line. Oh, this is another building one, isn't it? Oh, it's another build up. However, I'm going to let this Egyptian music roll in the background, guys, because it's been 2 hours now, and I'm actually going to jump onto Gundam for a bit of fun for a little bit. So I'm going to wrap. It's also nearly 12 o'clock, so I imagine you guys probably want to head to bed as well. But so I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks, Nico, again for being on stream. Thanks, 8-Bit SNK Boy, as well, for joining us on stream, as always. Pleasure to have you guys. And yeah, I will look at doing some PS2 games next week, or some PS1 games. A mixture of both. Thanks, Share, if you're still lurking around. Hope you're still on stream. If not, well, good night. And finally, Haggis as well. Atomic Haggis, thanks for joining back, buddy. Very much appreciated. I don't know if some of you guys are still on stream, but it's been a pleasure having you all with me on tonight's stream on Lemmings on the PlayStation Portable. Yeah, I'm too, finishing them on this original format. There's a few games like Battletoads where save states are probably justifiable, seeing as the original game was purely designed for trial and error. But so some games like where it's trial and error, and just basically you get bumped off, and then you got to remember where you were bumped off. Contra Shattered Soldier on PS2. Oh. That is just one of the most brutally... It's just a memory test, that game. You basically die, have to remember what killed you, rinse and repeat. It's a horrible, horrible game in the Contra series. Brilliant in terms of gameplay, but yeah, brilliant. Yes, no, that's a pleasure. I'm happy to stream for you guys always. We will do a fight night tomorrow. I will also be doing a Street Fighter 3 Alpha long play video that we'll be uploading to the channel. In fact, I want to quickly upload that after this stream, hence why I want to drop out now. So thank you guys, it has been a pleasure, and I will say I wish you a good night, a good evening, good afternoon, or a good morning wherever you are in the world. Thank you for watching. This has been the remake of Lemmings on PlayStation Portable, also available on PlayStation 2. It is available to download on the PS Store for PSP. So you can get it. There's also a Lemmings on PS3, but that's a different game. Maybe I'll cover that at some point as well. So yes, it's been another look. This is actually we've covered a lot of stages that I didn't cover in our original gameplay video. So if you want to see the original gameplay video, it's up on the channel. And then we've got this stream as well. Thank you. It is a very good version. Really enjoying the music, actually. Really, really great to listen to as well. So that's it. Have a good night. We are rapidly approaching Christmas, so I will get some Christmassy themed stuff in as well. But that's it from me for tonight. I wish you a good night, and I will see you all in the morning. Or more particularly, I'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a good night, everyone. Random Gamer River signing off. And as always, I should just say, please do hit that like button and enjoy the stream. And also, if you enjoy our content and want to continue following us, I am streaming at the minute due to the world events every night from 9 o'clock. So please do consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you and have a good night, everyone.